TheSmartLocal.com.
In this episode, we invited a professional dating coach to rate our online dating profiles. She'll be rating our online dating game based on photos, profile, and profile description. Maybe this will help me understand why I'm single.
Hello, I'm Trisha. I'm an image coach from Fleet Image, which is a sister company of Gai Gai. I'm a certified matchmaker. As a dating coach, we work on their personal brand. So we help our clients on their dating app profile, their grooming, their styling, and as well as help them with their communication skills. I think common mistake is basically for women, they tend to write on their dating app profile, I'm here for serious relationship only. So these are a phrase that tend to scare a lot of male. They probably get lesser swipes. And for guys, basically just very boring dating app profiles with bad pictures and almost nothing, no write-up at all.
Hi, I'm Jess. I'm 25 years old and relationship status, single.
Hi, my name is Sangi and I'm 23 years old this year and I am very single.
Hi, I'm Rainer. I'm 30 years old and I am very single.
Hi, I'm Larry. I'm 24 and I'm very single.
Honestly, I don't use online dating apps. The only time I use them is when I go for work trips. Don't tell my boss.
I've tried online dating for 3 to 4 years.
I've been trying online dating for 4 years.
I have tried online dating for about 2 years now. The platforms that I use are quite extensive. I am on Coffee Meets Bagel, OkCupid, Bumble, and obviously Tinder.
I predominantly use Tinder because that's the easiest. I've heard of CNB, but too many beans, I don't know, have to catch them all. I don't know what Pokemon, so I just stick with Tinder.
When I came to Singapore, I tried using Coffee Meets Bagel, Tinder of course, and recently I've installed OkCupid.
I use Tinder, OkCupid, CMB, Hinge, Bumble. Exhausting all my options.
When I go overseas, I do get some matches. Some of them are successful, some of them they ghost me. There was one time I was in the US, we were supposed to go to the movies and then she didn't reply.
I mean, if I am here, there's a reason because they didn't work out. I feel the reason they don't work out is because I'm very picky. So most of the time, right, I'm literally swiping and I'm like, how come cannot match, yeah? Then in the end, I realized it's actually because I'm swiping left all the time. So out of like 15 people, I will swipe right on 2 people. So as you can see, the probability rate is very low. I ain't complaining.
There's a lot of matches that I have, but there's only a few people who talk to me and I talk to lah. It's very hard to start a conversation and after that, right, how you go deeper. You know what I mean? Because it's online so I don't really know how to do it. I describe my matches as like, they are there but they're just there.
I wouldn't say it's bad, but I also wouldn't say it's good because if it's good, then I wouldn't be single, right? I think it's quite interesting because I meet a lot of different people and most of them ended up as friends, so that's great.
No, I don't know why. It's like the only reason I am on dating apps, right, is because I have no time to go out to socialize.
I may have or may not have a relationship from the app before because honestly it's been a while and I cannot really remember. On the earlier days I was using it for fun and all, but now like if you're asking for a serious one that I really dated outside and like lasted for long, none.
No, I don't have any success stories in terms of online dating. All my exes have been friends of friends.
Recently, I dated someone from Tinder. I think it was fun while it lasted. 2 months later, things ended lah, which I'm not complaining. It was a good end lah.
I am not somebody who is looking for a relationship right now, so the thing before the relationship, that's what I look for.
I'm a very hopeless romantic guy. I really like dream of this fairy tale love story, the one you watch on K-drama, the one you watch on like movies and all, right, but it's just very hard to find love. I keep on trying and I'm really looking forward to find something serious even though I know it's online.
Usually my agenda going on dating apps is to look for friends. Something more casual, Not really like casual dating or anything lah. It's just get to know new people, that's all.
Usually friendships, maybe relationships. I'm not actively looking for a serious relationship because I think there's a lot of layers to relationships lah. I think fundamentally I'm looking for friends who eventually can find something out with me, or just connections in general.
So let me just go through on the Tinder app first. I find this is not that complimenting. This is also not as cool as you in person. Let me break down on Tinder first. There is absolutely not much of a right up.
So I only stated my job scope, which is video producer. My bio is just a rainbow flag.
What are the things that you normally share with people when you first swipe them?
Usually we'll start a conversation with, hey, then like, how's your day, this kind. Then we'll start to talk about like my job or what the person is doing, studying, working.
Well, the people that you meet tend to want to look for a long-term relationship or just a short-term.
Maybe because I'm not that straightforward, so we wouldn't talk about relationships that quickly also.
Having the angle on dating app, most of the time I will ask my client, what do you want to get from this? You want to make friends? You want to have casual hookups? Or you really want to look for a long-term relationship? So by knowing what you are there for, you know how to write your dating app profile. Okay, so if you're keeping it blank, it is absolutely so blank. I really don't know what is this person. So if you have a lot of time to go out on dates, endless dates that you don't mind killing it to make friends, okay, go ahead. But there are people who are really tired of keep making a lot of friends. Their intention is to find a real relationship. And the next one, it is on the other dating app. I like the ambiguity. Okay, I love it. It seems like you are very straightforward yet no BS kind of person on it, which is quite sexy to me. So I think as usual, I will remove the not so complimenting picture of you here.
I thought I look cool.
I don't know, do you really like this picture?
I really like it.
Or is it like a nice moment? Like,
yeah.
Since you like photography or video, and you in action doing this work and get a friend to take you a picture while you're doing it. Okay, I think it would be quite sexy to see you at work.
Naked or no?
I think it would be quite sexy to portray that when you're passionate about your work, this is how you look like. So that could be one of the sexy picture of you.
I thought the last photo on Hinge
Yeah,
was
I like this one. Yeah. This one is like, I'm gonna delete this after you swipe right. So yeah, so you can add that, something fun about it. Yeah, I will rate it pretty good because I like your pictures, quite clear, and the writing of your profile, I would leave it to you. If you want to go for endless blind dates that is meaningless, then leave it blank. But if you do feel like at some point I'm tired of meaningless date, then start putting something on it.
Okay, got it.
I was looking at your Tinder profile.
Oh my god.
Photo-wise, okay, I really like this one. I really like that it's very clean, like show your features. It's a very nice, clean picture. But what I didn't like is this one here. The one is like, it's like, come take me home. Another picture that I don't really recommend is this one, the one with your both hands in the pocket. Having both hands in the pocket is a very defensive body language. It will take me a while to open up myself. So try to portray the part that I'm open, I'm willing to share, so it's more like an open body language. I think picture-wise, yeah, it's these two pictures that I would pick on. Unfortunately, I only see that I'm a 171 food photographer and a content creator. And say hi, let's see what happens next. What are the things that you like to do?
I do love a lot of things like I do dancing, drawing sometimes, love playing games, online games, cooking as well on my past job.
So I like you to go and think of something that you really like and you would like to do this with your partner. I normally would recommend my clients to put, I'm an amateur chef. I love to cook for my family and friends. I'm looking for someone who is daring enough to stomach my food. So you have this fun angle there that I love to cook and you need to love to eat. If you do not like to eat, do not swipe me. So this is how you scale down. You don't need to have a buffet of people swiping you, but whatever you need the right people swiping you. So you get a higher matchability rate. That will be something they can touch on. In general, I think it's a pretty good profile. So out of curiosity, right, your very first tag that you send out when you get a match, what will be your tag?
It depends on what they put on the profile. If there's nothing much to talk about, right, I'll just say hi with a waving hand or hello. If there are like jokes or puns around their bio, I will say something related to that.
A lot of my clients tend to say hi, like you. How are you? How's your day? You know, this kind of, I call that the SOP, the standard operating procedure. I highly recommend you not to do that.
Oh.
Okay. If you want
Okay.
someone to reply you, why not doing that? Okay. Hi, how are you? How's your day? These are close-ended questioning. It is a good, bad, yes, no. Right? So you cannot continue your conversation much longer. So what I normally tell people that to use things such as share with me, tell me more, you know, what did you do, how did it happen? So this can allow them to share more on the conversation, and you can pick up keywords to ask the next question. So it helps your conversation to go a little bit longer than just good, bad.
I have a question. Because sometimes, right, I think if I do that, would it be like too overwhelming to the other party?
No, you are creating open-ended questioning, and on top of that, you are diving into something that this person really likes. It's something that I'm passionate about. I love to share it.
Yeah, that was very insightful. Thank you so much. I'll try it.
Your dating app profile, there's only 2 pictures.
Yes.
Why?
I don't use online dating apps.
How's your luck on Tinder?
Singapore, no luck. Overseas, I think I put a bit more effort.
Okay.
Got like 1 line.
So when you travel overseas, you will add like 1 additional line.
Yeah, I will install first and then I will add like an additional line.
First of all, there is absolutely not much of your written profile. A lot of times when I have clients who really look for a serious relationship and they have absolutely nothing written, imagine you are the woman. And if this guy has no information there, he is so mysterious. I don't know if he's married, he's here to have fun, or there'll be less chances of serious women wanting to swipe right to someone who has not written a single thing on the dating app profile. The second picture with the beer, it seems like a while ago.
It is a while ago.
Is it quite some time?
So you're saying I catfish?
You don't want to disappoint the person when you meet them. Guys who are aged 23, okay, I would highly recommend them not put any photos that is less than 2 years. Okay, because 23 and 20 or 19, there's a huge difference for guys. They really look different. So try not to put pictures that are way too old. I mean, you are 30, okay, 5 years max. You can't put older than 5 years because you look like a boy there already. And with your age and your picture, right, it doesn't really match. For me as a lady, if I'm closer to 30, maybe a late 20s lady, they would be looking for someone slightly mature looking, I would portray a more mature looking, maybe have a casual shirt, those shirts that you need to fold up, a bit linen kind, very spa looking kind, so you can look and with a loafers and not wearing sneakers anymore, because I'm entering into that mature look. It feels sexier for the ladies. I think you probably have a lot more swipes if you do add in something more personal, instead of the beer. It's like, okay, I see this guy, I see beer.
I'm trying to showcase that I appreciate a good alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why not? The beer picture can stay. You can add on maybe a more adventurous part of you, more outdoorsy part of you. I play hard and I work hard too kind of guy. I can go extreme. I do nature and I also go party. You need to make sure this person feels safe enough to see you, to meet you. The more pictures you have, you're making that person feel safe. So pictures that cannot be shown your face or your features and all that, normally you get very little swipes because this person will be like, is he out for, to have fun? Try not to book a lunch date or a dinner date or a drinking date. Perhaps go for a fun date just to make yourself more memorable. Unfortunately, I need to give you needs improvement.
I understand.
Yes, because I think we touched on the profile, pictures, and having 2 pictures is not enough. My minimum standard is at least 3 pictures, close up, full length, and 1 fun picture. Close up, just to see your features, a full length to see your BMI. Do not feel anything small if your BMI is not that fantastic. Okay, I believe there is a BMI for somebody. Work on it. I think you will get a lot more swipes, and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like the fun angle on like what you wrote about yourself. And the talk too much, right? I would make it in a fun way, like I'm a natural chatterbox, you know, this kind of manner, instead of like I normally talk too much. Because there are really some guys, they went on dates and the first thing they were turned off, it was because the lady was talking too much. So perhaps they might not even go on dates with you when they start seeing that you talk too much. And things such as impressed me with a nice dessert place that I've never been to. But I love, in general, the fun angle. So having the IG on it is very personal to me. I feel like people putting IG is there to collect friends or collect followers on their dating app. So I find that a little bit less genuine, but it's entirely up to you. The no hookups, right? It's all what dating platform you are using. So I normally advise my client on dating platform. I feel that Tinder is more on a hookup kind of platform. So if you really do not want hookups, don't go for Tinder. Go for OKC, you know, Bumble, there's CMB. These are the apps that are rather legit and there are really people there seriously looking for a relationship. For your photo choice, I love that you are portraying your smile, but I noticed that you have a few pictures with you wearing rings on your wedding. Yes. So it looks like you are married. Perhaps you want to change the side of your ring. And something that I'd like you to add on more, that is more fun picture. If you want to help yourself to land a better conversation once you get a match, it is basically on your fun pictures. Because guys who are on dating apps, they have issues meeting people. If you allow them to ask you a question based on your fun pictures, you help them to ask you better questions. So if you want to end up talking to them in a fun way, put more fun pictures. I would rate it pretty good. All I would change is probably, you know, the pictures with your wedding ring taken off, and a lot more fun pictures. How long do you tend to text before you go out on your date?
Fun fact, I've not gone out with anyone from a dating app.
Oh, why?
I think it has never reached a point, or maybe because I'm the kind of person who needs to get a little bit more comfortable. I don't really have a lot of time on my hands to like socialize, hence I'm on the dating app.
Yeah.
So usually when people text me for a while, I'm okay with like maybe a month or so, you know, or trying to figure out our schedules, it's okay. But a lot of them, after maybe 2-3 days, they're like, oh, let's go out, you know, and I'm just here thinking like, I am not comfortable with you on text yet, so I don't really see myself going out as much. Thus far, I haven't gone out with anybody.
Take note of texting for too long. The reason why, you must see the frequency and the timeline here. So if you text every day and you text for 1 to 2 months, too much information has been shared. Naturally, when you meet in person, there's nothing to share. Perhaps keep some suspense. Don't talk for that long. Okay, keep it to maximum. My time frame is 1 to 2 weeks.
Okay, thanks Trisha. I will definitely take all your pointers to practice, and hopefully I will get a date soon enough.
In general, it was pretty good. Everyone need to work on is having fun pictures, because it all seems like very posy and very ordinary pictures. So if you really want to create more conversation after getting a match, it's basically based on your fun pictures and working on better write-up. So the only person who has the best write-up is Sanji, right? Yeah. I would say the chances of landing themselves a better date will be higher. It's not about if they will be guaranteed a date, but I guess the percentage of getting a better date will be higher, because you're building not just your personality, but also how do you start chatting with someone and getting them to talk more with you.
Thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
If you need help on your online dating profile, click on the link below and hit me up. So stay tuned on the next episode of
Rated! Bye!